Fellow ACCA AFM students, LIBS is the journey, the beginning of that journey that comes to your help. So what I have done, you've heard a lot about LIBS, are more so the people behind of LIBS, Sean Passat, okay? What we wanted to look at now is to give you an outline, what we are about, okay? But as we journey here into a question that we primarily gonna look at investment decision. Yes, we're gonna look at investment decision. In the ACCA AFM exams, there will always be something regarding the investment decision, where some of you refer to it as NPV, whatever, but most of you even qualified afterwards and not knowing the background to this and how it relates to your day-to-day business or business affairs. Okay, someone's going to say to me, Sean, I just did it to pass the exams. I don't do that. I'm in tax, I'm in audit. That is fine. But I do want you to have an understanding of this here. So when we talked about investment decision, what are we talking about? Investment decision is all about the opportunities that business will encounter. But remember, these opportunities don't come to us. We have to go looking for those opportunities. And not all the opportunities that we find or we identify, we are going to take them. Yes? So when there are certain criteria, screening, whatever the case is, but the point is, when we've got these opportunities, our task in the ACCFM exam is to evaluate the financial feasibility. But you will know an AFM question will have other feasibility and technicalities that you have to do. I'm not focusing on that in this brief outline of the investment decision, but to give you an idea. So these opportunities, think about it here, is either going to be an expansion of what we are doing or a diversification. Okay? Expansion or diversification. And whatever we do in relation to this here, it may take place in our home country or it may take place overseas. And that is why we have international investment appraisal, what you normally refer to as FDI. So that is where that comes into the equation. Okay, so it's an expansion or diversification is about the opportunity that can take place in the home country or the overseas country. Okay, in addition to this here, this whole idea about the opportunities, you can use two methodology. It can be via an organic, which is normally referred to as greenfield, or you could do what is called acquisitions. And that's what leads to business valuations. Very, very important. Okay, and that is something that we will need to make sure we identify. But whatever it is, we said we have to evaluate the financial feasibility of these projects. And the financial feasibility of these projects, there are different techniques. Yes, there are the NPV. There is the IRR. You heard of basically the MIRR. You heard of things like the payback period. You heard of things like duration. So these are the different techniques that is used to evaluate the financial feasibility. That's what you're going to face with in the exam. But my friends, do you know when you are doing a question, what is it you're reading the case study to extract regarding a particular area like this? Yes, and that is the key. How many times have you ever heard somebody said to you, what are you reading the question for? Some of you, when you go to the exams, it's the same time you're acquainted with the language, and that is what becomes challenging. Okay? And LIBS, Yes, the London International Business School, you have all our details here. Yes, it's the place you're going to be in order to capture a sound understanding of this framework for investment decision. That is the key thing. Yes, how do you do an APV, adjusted present value? When do you do an NPV? All of these things is what you're going to look at. And basically, LIBS, we keep it very simple, but the idea is to have a positive impact on your journey of learning. To complete the ACCA, don't give up, my friends. You're almost at the end, and don't make ACCA AFM basically defeats you. Sean is here, LIBS is here to get you through past this exams. See you there. Cheers.